everybody. So my 3 questions for this week were, what is the best way to make sure all of my students are getting the information I'm giving? How can I make sure all of my individual students are having their needs met? And the third one was, how can I show love for my students? And that's the one that I wanted to focus on this week for my presentation, because I think that it is probably, if you love your students, then the other two will kind of fall into place, is what I've found anyway, just being in schools. If kids know that you love them, then they're going to try harder and they're going to, listen to you and whatever. So I got some really good feedback from everybody in our class, which was really awesome and really helpful. Rachel said, I think if we sincerely pray for our student under our care in our personal prayers, that the Lord can let us know through the Holy Spirit what each child needs. And I absolutely love that, because we should pray for each of our students individually by name. And she also shared a quote from President Oaks. And it's, a teacher should always teach with love for the students. We are taught that we should pray with all the energy of heart to be filled with this love. And love of God and love of his children is the highest reason for service. Those who teach out of love will be magnified as instruments in the hands of him who they serve. So that's why I think this question was the most important, because if we do teach with love for our students who are also God's children, then we will be magnified in our callings as teachers. Asia also had a really good suggestion. It says, on the church website, there's a page about loving those you teach. It says to pray by the name for your students again. So that's really important if we're the one person saying it, right? See them as God sees them, and find ways to express your love, like complimenting them. And she said, I especially think the second one is important. It says, as you strive to see those you teach as God sees them, you will recognize their divine worth, and the Spirit will teach you what to do to help them achieve their potential. And that's something that I have noticed too at work. I work with special needs kids, and not, severe Down syndrome or anything like that, but autism, dyslexia, just kids that need a little extra help. And a lot of them have emotional issues as well. And a lot of it stems from not enough love at home. And a lot of these kids, your smile and kind words could be the only thing that they hear all day long. Or your smile could be the only one they see all day long. And so I think that's really important to make sure that these kids know that we love them and that we care about them and their success and their lives. We care about their lives. We care about them as people, as humans, as children of God. And I have one particular student that I was really struggling with at the beginning of the year, and he was really defiant and just didn't want to listen to me and was being a little pain in my rear. And he's got some issues, some major issues. And once I sat down, I said, okay, kid, we need to have a talk. Like, this relationship, it's got to get better. We're with each other all year. And I said, I love you. And I told him that. I said, I love you. And I think that really caught him off guard, because he thought I hated him, which wasn't the case. We just butt heads. And, I do that with my own kids. And I told him that. I said, I said, my kids don't like to listen to me sometimes too. I said, but, the things that I'm telling you and the things that I tell my kids are for your good. And I love you and I want you to do well. And anyways, we have a much better relationship now. And he knows I care about him. So if he's having a rough day, he can come tell me, like, Miss Flores, I'm having a rough day or whatever. So anyways, pray for your students and let them know that you love them. So thank you so much for everybody's comments this week.